Hi, this is Makola Spokane, the leader and the founder of Church Governance Solutions. Today I want to deal with the tendencies of non-committed church members. Tendencies of non-committed church members. And you will agree with me that in every church we have got very few people that are committed. Very people that will be doing the work that is supposed to be done by many people. Every church is like that. And I know there are many pastors that are worried about their own churches because they're seeing less people participating, less people being committed members in the church. And majority of the people are sitting and warming the benches. Majority of the people will be sitting and watching as if they're watching a movie. So that's actually a problem of every church. Why I'm dealing with this topic is because we can be able to identify, because some of the people are non-committed members, but yet they think they're committed. If you ask them and say, let committed members stand up, the whole church will stand up. Because every single member of the church think that they are committed. Now, we want to speak about people, tendencies of people that are not committed, so that you can identify yourself as a member that is not committed, that you might have thought that you're committed. And I want you to identify with these tendencies and therefore change from it and become a better person. And that's the reason why I deal with this topic. Now, they complain more than everyone else in the church. They are the people that hold a lot of gripes and complaints and worries about the church more than everyone else. These are non-committed people. They're the people that would actually complain about everything and virtually everything. They would see everything as wrong because they are having enough time to see wrong things in the church. But people that are committed and busy, they don't have time to actually see things around that are not important, things that are wrong in the church, things that are not causing the church to be progressive. So if that is the case, you realize that these people that are not committed, they see every single thing, and therefore they will complain always, and they will go to the pastor always. They will call the pastor always and complain about what is happening in the church. Is because they've got enough time to be spectators and watch, and that is the reason why they are great complainers. But also, people that are not committed, they've got a tendency of being greatest critics for those that are participating in the church. And this is for the same reason again, that because people are spectators, because people are not committed, because people are lazy and not being part of any department and doing nothing and virtually nothing in the church, they can see all the wrongs. And they are forever criticizing, therefore, and making sure that everything that they see is wrong. And they will actually speak about that because that's all that they can see. But they also forever seek for attention from the pastor and from the leaders as well. Now, people that are not committed, they are attention seekers generally. They want the pastor to phone them. They complain about the pastor not coming to their houses. They complain about the pastor not saving them and the pastor not looking after them. So all those things are actually words of people that are not committed. Because people that are not committed, they're forever seeing wrong things happening, and therefore they will forever seek attention from the pastor, seek attention as well from the leaders of the church. And we have seen this happening, and that's the reason why I want to emphasize that and say people that are actually not committed, they are forever seeking attention from the pastor and from his leadership board. They always demand support, yet they support no one themselves. And I'm sure you've seen that in every single church, and pastors will testify to this, that these are the people that forever complain. These are the people that will not support anyone, but when they are not supported, they will make so much noise that everybody will know about it. They'll complain to each and every one while they are not supporting anyone themselves, and they are not part of other people's burdens, but yet they complain that they want somebody to come and carry their burdens with them. And these are the type of people that are full in our churches. And without fail and without fear of favor, as Church Governance Solutions, because we are restoring godly order in the house of the orderly God, we'll speak about these things. We'll emphasize that people that are not committed, they demand attention. They seek attention all the time from the pastors and the leaders. And these are the people that demand support always, yet they don't support anyone themselves. And this is unbecoming. And because you'll see this happening in every church, it is actually unbecoming. But I'll mention it anyway and say, please, don't be as demanding as you think that you're part of this church. Because some of you are not committed, but yet you become very, very demanding. They don't like time of offering, this type of people, because they don't want to offer. They don't want to give their money. They don't want to invest their finances into the church. And you'll realize that even when it comes to tithes, they are not really tithers, this type of people. They complain about everything, and they'll complain even about things that need money, but yet they don't give money themselves. Now, don't complain if you don't give money into the church, if something that you're complaining about is actually needing money. And this is very key, that we emphasize that you become careful as well, that you don't demand the things that you're not paying money for. And in the church, we're having people that are not committed, therefore, that will be always complaining, and they don't give money, but they will actually want to be supported as well. So, but the time of offering, they run away. They either come late if the offering is taken in the morning, or else if the offering is taken after the word. Most of the people, will see them taking their bags and leaving before the offering time, because they don't want to be part of the offering as people that are not committed. That's very key. And we've seen this happening. And I want to emphasize this. And I want to say, be careful, because people that are not committed, they'll forever do that to you. They don't like time of offering. They do not pay attention to church announcements either, because they are afraid that church announcements are committal to us. So therefore, if we are listening to announcements, so therefore it would mean that we should actually come and attend that which is being announced. If they are announcing a crusade, they're announcing an open air, they're announcing as well maybe a prayer meeting during the week. If you listen to the announcements, you're actually obliged to come. But people don't want to listen to announcements, because announcements make them feel guilty, because they are not attending. They are not being part of what is happening in the church. And that is why, even though they are actually people that come to church frequently, but when announcements come, they don't want to be there, because they don't want to see themselves as if they are committing to something that they're not going to do anyway. When people have made up their minds that they're not going to attend activities of the church, they've done just that. They've made up their minds. And that is why it is difficult to convince people that are set in their minds that they're not going to attend. To convince them to attend is very, very difficult. Now, as a minister, I want to urge you that you don't actually start struggling about people like this, because they've made up their minds. They don't want to pay attention to announcements, because they don't want to be part of what is happening in the church. And therefore, because of that, they will actually be people that are difficult to deal with in the church. They are forever busy with their own personal matters, but they are hardly busy with the things of the church. So their priority is their own things. They don't prioritize anything of the church. So they would go to the malls, to the shopping malls, on a Sunday morning. When the church is starting, they will go for shopping, and they will not be there. We have seen people that spend time in car washes and never spend time going to church, and they ignore the call to go to church, because they are people that are forever busy for their own personal things and personal matters and things that are not related to the church itself. So, but they are busy with that. And they will be boldly telling the people that we are busy, forgetting that everybody else is busy. And that is crazy of that, of such people. And I must emphasize that when you are not committed, and when you are busy with your own stuff, don't influence others, because there are those that influence others not to give, not to be in church because they are not in church themselves, and all these shenanigans that they do. But I want to emphasize that as a person, that you don't want to be involved with the church. So please, feel free to resign from the church and do things for yourself, and make sure that it is a favor to yourself as well, that you continue doing your own things and forget about the church, leave the church, and say your goodbyes to the leadership of the church and go and join the church that you're comfortable with. And that's very key that we emphasize that, because many people, They are forever busy with their own personal matters. But yet, when it comes to the church, they are nowhere to be found. I want to end up here today. Your host, Mike Spokane, the leader and the founder of Church Governance Solutions. I want to thank you so much for listening to us and being part of this great topic. And I want you once more to subscribe to our YouTube channel and be part of these teachings every time. Press that notification button. Let it notify you each time we've posted a video so that you can be able to listen to it right at that particular time. May the good Lord bless you and allow us to say cheers for now.